Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss on how to perform the set operations in SQL, that is in DBMS. So what are the commands that we use like union, intersect and minus as we do in mathematical calculation. Same thing can be done using SQL also. So we'll understand first what is union, intersection and then minus. Then we'll perform this set of operations in SQL. So this is the union operation where if you have two statements or two tables, so it will get the common of all the contents of A as well as B. Here I have a query 1 and a query 2 here. So totally Q1 plus this query 2 becomes union. Okay, so that means the contents of both the table will be in one table. So that is the meaning of union, which merges the two select statements together. So that is union. Intersection means common of these two. This wherever we have shaded this area, this is the intersection. So whichever the queries or whichever the values or data that is common in both or two or more tables, so that we call it as an intersection. And we have one more minus. So query 1 minus this 2. So whatever the content that is there in this query 1, if it is not there in this, then minus of that will become the resultant of minus. So this is the actual meaning of union, intersection and minus. Now same thing you have to apply in SQL. Like in terms of query, if you want to do, you have to do it. This is the question that we have, like create two tables, employee 1 and 2 with the following attributes. Like you have to create first name, middle name, last name, then date of birth, address, gender, everything for both the employees. So employee 1 and 2, same common fields you can keep. Then you have to insert the sample records, then perform union, intersection and minus operation on them. Based on these values, you have to do it. So what we are going to do is, we are creating the table employee 1 first. Then in describe, check, create table employee 2. So how to do that? Just you have to go to SQL command prompt. I have created the query for this, create table employee 1. Whatever the fields that are there in employee 1, just you have to use the create table, then run the query. Okay. In here, so log in here. Okay, after login, just click on SQL workshop, then SQL commands. Then here I am creating create table employee. This is the employee 1 table. So what are the fields that they have given specifically? That fields we have just typed here. Then run the command. So here you can see table get created. Okay. So once the table get created, after doing this, we have to check whether the table is created or not. So previously content whatever we have done, erase, then just type DESC table name EMPLO employee 1. So name of the table, then put semicolon, run and check whether it is created or not. You can see the output here, the table employee 1 is created already. Similarly, same thing create it for employee 2 also. So I'll just erase this and take this. I have taken the same thing of employee 1, just to change the name of employee 1 here to employee 2. You can copy the query whatever we have done here. So just I am aligning here. Spacing of this is also important. So done here, then put semicolon, then run the command for employee 2. Okay, so run this command. Okay, employee 2 was already existing, so I change the name here. Then check whether the employee 2 is created or not. So how to check that? Just delete this, give describe employee 2. Okay, my table name is different here, 2, so yours may be 2. You just run and check. Now both the tables are created. The next step is you have to insert the values. So as it is given here, so I have to insert the value. Create table employee 1 and 2, this is done. Then second says insert sample records for both the employees. Like employee 1 and 2, we have to create the records. If the name is there, wherever there is a varchar, you have to enter those fields using single code. So here just we have written for employee 1. So later on we can insert the value for employee 2 also. See what is the name? First name is John, have I given, middle name, then last name, then SSN, that is the employee number there, then date of birth, address. So whatever the contents that we fields that is there, in the same order you have to enter the values. So otherwise, if there is a mismatch in the data type, then it will not accept it. Then run the query for employee 1. Here you can see one row inserted. Similarly, I'll change the name of this employee. One more. So here, okay. Then change the employee number. So any numbers I'll give. So then change the date of birth. Then 4th, okay. Then here gross salary, just increase the salary. So that depends upon how we give the values, okay. So last will change for employee 1, done. So then here, okay. So then run this command. So again one row got affected. So similarly you insert for employee 2 also, same thing. So just I am changing the names here. So I am doing it for employee 2. So okay. So let it be as it is, just I'll run. Okay. Then 2 records I am inserting, but you have to insert the 5 records. Okay. Here I'll just change the contents. Okay. Then run the queries. So now both the tables we have inserted two records. Just to check whether the records has been inserted or not. So how to check that? Just to delete the previous contents, and in order to see the contents of the table, just you have to check select star from employee 1. First I am checking with employee 1. Run this query. Okay, 2 rows got affected, so I have entered it. Similarly, check for employee 2. Okay, mine is 22. You can keep any name and check. So both the tables, now both we have created 2 tables and we have inserted two records for each table. So what is the next thing is you have to perform the union operation. Erase this contents, and so these are the contents of employee 1, and next what we have to perform is union operations. So how to perform union means the contents of table 1 as well as table 2 both put together will become union. So what I'll do here is just erase this previous thing. So select what we want is first name comma last name from employee 1. Okay, from employee 1 selecting, then union select same, the column names must match, so both should contain the same value, otherwise it will throw an error. So last name from employee. So from both the table what it will do is it will select the contents of employee 1 and employee 2, okay, from both the tables. So here we have 3 names, and in other table employee 2 we have other 2 values. So put together it will display the first name and last name itself, because the query itself is like that. So just run the command. Okay, so just correct it last name and then run. See both from both the table without all the first name and last name without repetition it is showing the content. So that is a union. Next is intersection. So what is the intersection is nothing but common content it will display. So according to our records which is common, so just I am taking the same thing, just you type intersect and then run the query. Means common is Krishna here from table employee 1 and employee 22. so Rama. So that the common content it is displaying here. So that is uh, intersection. So next is minus. So contents of A minus B, employee 1 minus employee 2, just type minus here and then run the command. Okay. So whichever the content that is not there in that table, employee 1 minus 2, whichever it is not there from 1 which is there into employee 2, that it gets displaced. So this is about the union, intersection and minus. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.